Welcome back to part number 2 of this video course where I show to you how you can do a professional WordPress blog. If you didn't watch part number 1, just click on the link that appears on this video so you can watch it. Anyway, at the moment you can see that I made a few changes to my blog. For example, the logo now has white letters, so I did that in Photoshop. And I just did it because it's far easier for anyone who goes to this blog to actually read my logo. And this is something that is really important for you to keep in mind, is when you create a logo, try to keep it clean, simple, and also use a font that is easy to read, and also the logo that is easy for anyone to see. Also, the other thing that you may notice is at the moment I had over here a feature image to my post. You're probably wondering how exactly I did that. So let's see. You need to go to your WordPress back office, and over here on post section, select all posts so you can see everything that you have. In this case, I already have 4 posts that I actually added 3 more than you saw previously. So I'm going to select the one that I want and just press edit so I can actually enter into this post. And you can see below you have this section called featured image. So as you can see, I already have one, but I'm going to actually remove it so you can see more exactly how I did it. So you want to click on this link that says set featured image. If you already have the image that you want on your media library, then you can just choose from it and just set featured image, but you probably don't have, so you need to upload the file from your computer. Anyway, I already have one, which is this one, so I'm just going to select it and press set featured image. It's like this. And now I just need to update. And you already saw the changes because I already had it, so it doesn't really make any difference. Anyway, as you can see, this makes the website just appear more alive, more active, and also more attractive, just because I had this nice looking images over here. So another thing that you may want to do is simply add a fav icon. A fav icon is a small icon that you can see over here on the top section, and every single good website should have one. You can use Google for this. You can go to Google and search for free fav icons, and you certainly will see some. Anyway, I'm going to use actually Photoshop for this. So let's go to Photoshop. Okay, the first thing that I want to do is simply create a new file. And in this case, as you can see, it's 60 by 60 pixels. This is the one that you want. It's really small. Okay, this is really small, and actually I'm just going to center it so I can work with this layer more easily. Now I'm just going to zoom in by clicking on this small icon. Clicking on the screen, you can see that it has a plus sign, and just increase it. And this is really, really small. So what you will see later on, you will see that it looks really pixeled because this is really small. So now I'm just going to select the small t and just write CV as cooking block. Sure, this is something really simple. It's not anything complex. So you might actually want to decrease the size of the font or increase by selecting all. Make sure always that you're using the exact layer that you want to work with. You go over here, and actually I'm going to put 12. And actually I'm going to put over here a new guide, in this case vertical, so I can center everything more easily. Just like this. Now I'm just going to try. It's actually so small that it's even hard for me to center on the specific line that you can see over here. But over here you can see that it doesn't look anything really great, because once I actually zoom out, you can see that now it starts looking a bit better. Sure, you could add something else if you wanted. You can add something more complex. And this is basically how it would look on my website. Actually, okay, now I'm just going to save as. I'm going to I'm already in the file where I want to save this. I'm going to save as PNG. I typically use PNG for all of my small images, and I use JPEG, which is the other file type, for bigger images because it provides more quality to those images. Okay, now I just need to upload it. So I get to my back office, and you can see that over here, once you go to appearance, you have some theme options which we still haven't saw. So over here you can see you have Favicon under basic settings. You just want to choose the file from your computer, which is this one. Actually, I already tried previously doing it, so you can see over here the image, but this is how you can actually do it. So I'm going to have Favicon and just save options, and sure, once you refresh your website you can see that it will appear over here on the top section, and this is what a Favicon is, and it looks really good and it makes your website seem more professional. The other thing that you might want to use on the theme options is simply slider. The slider is really a good feature because it allows you to display your best content in a more visible way. So you can select from 3 posts, for 4 posts, 5 posts, and so on. I'm just going to keep it 3 because I really don't have many posts over here. And I'm just going to check this box so I can actually display my slide box on my website. Over here on the bottom you can choose the duration for each slide. So I'm just going to keep it this way. For this you actually need to have 3 posts marked as future. For you to do that, you simply go to all posts, select the post that you want, and you can see that I already did this so I wouldn't waste much time, but you just need to mark this post as future, press update, and you need to do this for 3 posts so this option will actually appear on your website. Let's refresh and see how it looks like. And as you can see, it looks really amazing. This is really a great way for you to promote your content. This is really visible, and as you can see, just a few changes, the website is starting to look better and better. The other thing that we need to do is simply categorize our website posts in this case. You can see that on my post, everything has this label called uncategorized because it doesn't belong to any specific category. Categories, you should see it has a way of organizing the content on your website by topics. So in this case I have 1 post related to desserts, 1 about fish, 2 about meat. So the way that I'm going to categorize my website is I'm going to do a category for meat, other for fish, and another for desserts. So for me to do that, I go once again to the back office and I select posts, and you can see that you have this option appearing called categories. And categorize is something that I never use. Actually, I never use. You might want to use this for a post that you have on a website that doesn't belong to any kind of topic that you have over there. You might want to use and categorize, but besides that, it's something that I really don't use. So over here you want to select the name for your category. I'm just going to select meat dishes, and the slug is the small extension that will appear later on the URL for your category page, and I will show to you more exactly what this is later on. So meat, and over here description. And once again, when it comes to the description, this really depends on the theme that you're using. In this case, in this theme, the description won't appear on your website page for the category, but in some themes it actually does. So I'm just going to add this to my categories. Meat dishes, actually I actually didn't wrote well. So fish dishes, and basically I'm going to do the same thing for every single category that I want to add. And now just desserts. Okay. Okay, now I have the categories that I want. Now I actually need to categorize my posts. So for me to do that, I go to all posts, and you can see that once I select, I have this little option called quick edit. This allows me to quickly edit whatever I want from my post. In this case, the categories. So this first post was about desserts. I'm just going to select, press update. The second post is about fish. Basically, I'm going to do this for every single post that I have over here. Same thing for meat dishes. Also, the reason why you want to organize this by categories is later on, let's say once you have 100 posts or more, it's just easier for you to find the content that you want to see if you have everything categorized. Okay, now I have everything categorized. Let's refresh the website and see the changes. Okay, you can see now I have everything categorized. What happens is, let's say that someone goes to one of my posts and they want to see everything belonging to the meat dish category. So they just need to click on this link, and you can see that now I have this category page appearing with all of the articles belonging to the meat dish category. And you can see that the slug is exactly the small extension that appears in front of your URL. Okay, once you have this done, the other thing that we need to do is a menu, because at the moment we don't have any kind of menu, we don't have any links appearing on this small bar. For this we need to actually create a custom menu. And this is really something that depends once again to theme, because some themes you will see a menu appearing, a navigation bar appearing, but in that case it's automatically generated by WordPress. In this case I don't have anything because I actually need to add one. So let's go and do that. So I'm going back again to my WordPress back office, and you can see on appearance you have this section called menus, and I'm just going to select it. Okay, now I need to give a name to my menu. I'm going to call it main menu. You can call it whatever you want, but I call it main menu because, well, it's my main menu, so that's why. Okay, now I want to actually, you have many settings over here. You have the first option, which I never use, but this allows you to automatically, once you create any page, any new page, it will automatically add to your main menu. And that's something I certainly don't want to do. This is basically where you want to add this menu, and this depends on theme to theme. Some themes allows you to actually add a menu to your footer section, which is basically this section appearing below. But in this case it doesn't, so I'm just going to save it this way. Okay, and now I'm going to start adding the content that I want to my menu. And actually, if there is one of those boxes over here that you see, there's one of these boxes that actually doesn't appear, you just need to go to screen options and just check them. For example, if you don't have categories appearing, as you can see now, you just need to check this box, and there you go, it immediately appears. Sometimes people spend hours and hours just trying to find this, and it's really simple. It's really simple when you actually know, but I actually remember spending quite a few hours just trying to find this when I was first trying to use WordPress. Anyway, now the thing that you want to do when it comes to menu is simply add the content that you want. The good thing about categories is it allows you to add the categories to your menu. For example, you want to add the meat dish category, the fish dish, and the desserts. You can simply check them and add to menu this way. Okay, so I'm going to add this one, and the other one that I want are pages. I want to add my home page, and also my about page, and actually my contact me page. So I want to add this, and for you to actually organize this, basically you need to put your mouse on top, and you can see that a small cross arrow appears, and you just need to drag to the place that you want your stuff appearing. So let's keep it this way. And actually I have over here my home for some reason. Okay, let's save it this way. And now you can see that once I refresh my website, I have several options appearing. So let's say that someone wants to see all of my fish dishes. You simply need to click on it and they will be able to see all of my fish dishes. Same thing for meat dishes. But the only thing that is really missing is my home link, because I don't have a home link. That means that if someone wants to go to my front page, they aren't able to do that because I don't have any link appearing on my navigation bar. For me to do that, I simply need to go over here and I need to add a custom link. On link test, I'm going to call it home. Link test is basically this test that you can see over here. And now I'm just going to add the URL to my front page. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it over here and add to menu. And now I'm just going to quickly just put it on the top because I want it to be my main option, my number one option. So now I'm just going to refresh my website and you can see that now I have that option appearing. So once someone wants to get to my home page, they just need to click on it and they can see my home page this way. Okay, so now that is done and the site is starting to look really good, the other thing that you might want to do is simply have some widgets. Widgets are basically this small little things that you can see on your sidebar, and you can actually change this. For you to change this, once again, you need to go to your back office, because basically everything that you want to do on your website, you always need to go to your back office. And over here, you want to go to appearance and select widgets. And you can see that some widgets, when you actually install WordPress, some widgets are pretty useless, such as archives. I actually never use this, so you might want just to press delete and just remove this. The search option actually is pretty good because let's say someone goes to your website, especially when you have a lot of content. Someone goes to your website, they want to search for something, and they simply write on the search box exactly what they want to find. And categories actually don't need this because I already have it on my navigation bar. Over here you can see several widgets that you can actually add. You can even add social media icons if you want. The one that I want is this one. Actually this one. Akismon, or whatever this is called. Recent posts. And you can see that this will actually allow you to put 5 or 6 or 7, whatever you want, recent posts. So each time that you publish something new, it will appear on this widget that appears on your sidebar. You can actually hide the thumbnails, and thumbnails are small images that appear. But in this case, I really like the images that appear, so I'm just going to keep it and refresh my website. And you can see that now I have recent posts appearing over here. And it looks really good. This is not so important for your front page, but when someone, let's say someone goes to one of your posts, and actually it's not actually integrated on my post, but I just need to do this on my post sidebar because you have two options over here. And in this case I'm going to put 5. Actually it's not future post, it's recent posts. And I'm going to save it. And now once I refresh my website, it's more important for your posts because when someone is actually reading your post, they may actually want to check your recent posts if they actually see it over here, and they just need to click on it. Another thing that you may want to add is some sharing options over here, and this is also something that belongs to the theme options from Just Right. So you just need to click on theme options, and you can see that over here you have social, and you just need to add your Facebook URL over here. So I'm just going to have facebook.com just as an example. You can see once I save this and refresh my website and actually drag this below, you can see that this small icon actually appear. You can also add your RRS. I have a hard time saying this in English. You can also add this if you want. Anyway, the other thing that is missing is two important plugins that I'm going to show to you how you can actually install. The first one is for you to actually be able to do a backup from your website. This is called Updraft Plus. This is the plugin that I'm going to show to you how you can actually install. This will automatically make backups from your website. This is really important because you never know when something may actually occur to your website. Let's say that you have a really fantastic website, it's really famous, and someone actually hacks into your website and simply removes everything that you have. And this is something that really happens and people actually forget about it, but it really happens. And if at least you have some backup files from your website, you can easily recover all of the information that you lost, because there's nothing worse to spend years and years around the website to lose everything and not having a backup file for your website. For this, we are going to install Updraft Plus, and later I'm going to show to you how you can use WP WP Cache, because this is a plugin that allows you to make your website a bit quicker. So let's go to the plugin called Updraft Plus. So for you to do that, you simply need to go to your back office, you go to your plugin section, and you add new. And let's search for Updraft Plus. Updraft Plus. And when it comes to this, there are several plugins that you can use. I already tried a few of them, but I really don't like them because many of them actually don't allow you to automatically do this. And if you are like me, what happens sometimes is you just forget to do it manually, especially on a daily basis. So that's really not very practical. So I'm just going to install this now. Activate the plugin so I can use it. Okay. Now you need to go to settings, and you can see that you have a new section appearing, which you just need to choose. And over here you can see that you can immediately do a backup. You can restore the files if you already have the files from your backup using this option. Clone, migrate, if you actually want to change your website to another place, you can use that option. Okay, the thing that you want to do is simply go to settings. On settings, actually this would be set to manual, very probably. In settings you want to change this, because if it is actually manual, you want to change it depending on your needs. If you actually write a lot of content on a daily basis, let's say 2 posts, 3 posts, you probably want to add your backups to every 12 hours. Or actually daily, if it's a bit less. And you want to change the number of files that you want to keep. I just need one, so I'm just going to keep it that way. And the same thing for database backup intervals. This is really the most important part, is the database. Database is all the information, all of the posts, everything that you have in your website will be stored on the database. And this is really the most important part of your website. Files is basically the plugins, the theme that you're using, and so on, and that's something that you normally can easily recover. Also, when it comes to files, you can choose what you want, if you want to keep your plugins, themes, uploads. So this is actually something that you might want to not do so regularly. When it comes to the backups, you might want to just do weekly, really up to you, but I'm just going to keep it daily. Okay, report. If you actually want to receive a notification to your inbox that your backup was done, you can choose that. And over here, choose your remote storage. This is really up to you. You can actually send your backup to your email if you want, but it's something that I really don't recommend much. The one that I use is Dropbox. So Dropbox is a website. Once you register in Dropbox website, They offer some space on their servers where you can basically save anything that you want. In this case, you can save your backup files. This is a great way because if anything, let's say that you actually store your files on your computer, or you store to your email. What may happen is, for example, you lose your email password, which may actually happen, and you cannot access your email, or you just lose your account or something from your email. So what happens is you cannot actually get your files, your backup files from your email. In this case, I like to use Dropbox because of that. If anything happens to my email or anything happens to my computer, I can always go to Dropbox, which is a website that is connected to the internet, and just get my backup files this way. I'm just going to select this. And below you can see that I need to authenticate with Dropbox simply by clicking on this link over here. Actually, I'm not going to do this. This is quite straightforward, pretty straightforward. So if you don't have an account with them, you just need to register an account, fill the required information so you can log into their account, your Dropbox account. Once that is done, you just need to press on this link so you can authenticate this plugin. And just press Save Changes. Okay, that is how you can actually start doing the backup automatically from your website. And this is really great because this is automatically, so you won't have that daily effort of manually doing this. Okay, the other one that you want to use is WP Super Cache. If you don't actually have this installed, actually once I install WordPress, this already came with WordPress. But if you don't have this, it's pretty much the same thing. You need to go to Plugins, Add New. And over here, you actually need to search for WP Super Cache, which is the plugin. So as you can see, I already have it installed. So if you don't have it installed, it would appear installed now. And then you just need to activate this plugin so you can start using. The reason why you want to use this is when you go to a website, any kind of website for the first time, you actually need to connect to the internet. Once you connect to the internet, it will connect to the servers where that website is installed, and then the information will go to your computer so you can actually see it on your screen. But this takes a while, this whole process. Now, once you have Super Cache installed, this plugin, what happens is this information will be kept on your computer. All of the information belonging to that website will be kept on your computer. So once you go to a website, since you have that information already on your computer, it will more easily appear on your screen. So what happens is your website turns a bit faster when you have this plugin installed. But the reason, another problem that may occur when you are using WP Super Cache, especially when you are a webmaster and you're writing content and so on, is many times you are using this option, and when you do an update, it doesn't immediately appear. And that's because you are using this plugin. So basically you are getting the information that is stored on your computer, and you're not accessing the internet so you can get your website from the servers. In this case, it would be from HostGator servers. So you really need to be cautious because many times you may think that you have a problem on your website, and the problem is occurring because of this plugin and nothing else. So you can see that on settings I have WP Super Cache, and pretty much the standard options are pretty good, but the only thing that you want to do is simply caching on, because you want to use this plugin. So you just need to activate it. And on advanced, there are a few options that you may want to actually change. So let's go there. And pretty much I just keep all of the options, but you may want to check them more in detail. It's really up to you. The options that I want to change is this one. Actually already checked them, but for example, as I said previously, many times especially if you have a very active website where you are constantly publishing new posts. You probably don't want your front page to cache in, because if someone goes to your website, and what happens is if they have this information cached in, your website cached in, what happens is if you just publish something, it might actually take 1 hour or more for that person to actually be able to see your new post. So you might want to disable the caching from your front page or your home page, so that won't happen. So once you actually publish something new, if you have this option checked, then that person will be able to immediately see your new post appearing on your home page. And that's the reason that you may want to actually disable this from your home page. So I'm just going to press save. Okay, that is pretty much all how you can actually do a fantastic looking and professional blog, but let's just take a final look and see how it looks like. So as you can see, this is how you can do a blog that really looks fantastic. How to contact me page, an about page, add categories, and that's how you can really do a fantastic blog. This blog could be about anything that you want, but basically that's how you can do this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to receive more videos, more tips from ProSite tutorials, please subscribe to our channel. Also share this video with your friends. It might actually help them do a website. So that is all for this video. I hope you enjoy and stay tuned with ProSite tutorials. Bye.